Socios, Bunbun here. Today we're on special mission. I'm going to bring you to a place called Professor Brawn. Professor Brawn, and this is the character, cool right, superhero here. Ta-da, let's take a photo with him. Okay, come with me. Ding. Okay, we are on a very special mission today. And come. Okay, you see the plant here, right? The plant here are being planted by them, and it will be used in the food as well. So you see, very organic, right? Used in the food. Wow. Okay, come. Okay, this is the place that we are going to visit today. And here in Professor Brawn, we have people who are very kind-hearted, and also they have a special mission for their life here, and of course is to impact special beloved people. So here I'm going to bring you right into the cafe now. Zoe here, and of course I'm Bunbun. And here I'm at Professor Brawn Café, and here we have the founder of Professor Brawn, and also the I'm going to read out from the name card. Miss Jaslyn Lim, Deputy Executive Director of Autism Resource Center. Oops. A bit mouthful, right? Okay, so today we are here, and it's a very cozy place, very chill place, and now we have the founder here that we like to interview, and also like to interview Jaslyn as well. So may I know why Professor Brawn?
Professor Brawn is actually
a Brawn.
It's a superhero drawn by my son. My son is autistic, by the way, and he's 24 now. So he drew the character in school as a superhero, but he didn't name it as Professor Brawn. He actually said that this superhero is smart, kind, and strong. Another student actually picked it up and named it Professor Brawn. So when I started out in 2008 looking for a venture to support the special needs community, my intention was actually to look at businesses that can provide employment to the special needs adults. So I came across a cafe in Novena. That's where we started, and I bought it over and started a rebranding of the cafe, and actually used Professor Brawn as the brand because it reminds me of what I do, right? So that's how it was started in Novena back in 2009. So we are about 10 years old now.
Yeah. Okay. So right now Professor Brawn is being donated into.
Yeah. So in 2018, beginning of 2018, as I ponder on what to do after 9 years of running the cafe, I actually ran out of ideas on how to make it better. So I came across Autism Resource Center who wanted to start services in the adult space for employment, and wanted to look at social enterprises. So I think the discussion led to us collaborating in the sense that my social enterprise was actually donated to ARC for them to bring it to the next step, next milestone. So in March 2018, the transaction was done. There was no money involved. I donated to them the brand, the business, and they started. They closed down the Novena outlet and started the Raffles Institution outlet. But RI is mainly a closed cafe. It was just to serve the students and the parents and alumni and the staff. but it does provide a platform to showcase, especially the elite school, RI, that the inclusive society that we want to promote. So give them the student an exposure to what inclusivity means. So I think that objective has been met. It's very well received. And then subsequently we find that we should have a cafe that is open to public. So I think ARC decided to open up. I think they got the approval from MOE and decided to open up the cafe at public school. And that is a public cafe. And we introduced a concept, they introduced a concept of an integrated cafe plus a website for the student. So the integrated cafe as in it's a cafe together with retail, merchandise retail. And the merchandise retail is basically selling products that are related to the artists with autism. Right? So I think that was a cool concept. It's taking off quite well. Then subsequently, this site was available, and through SG Enable, which is the landlord here, we managed to acquire this site and started this cool cafe, chill cafe. Yeah, and as we put it, I think whatever ARC and us do is basically to provide an avenue for the special needs community to be gainfully employed, to be independent, and to work in places that are dignified. Even products that we produce are dignified. There's no PT me type of services. So that's how it all began and where we are now.
Is a charity organization, and I think our key mandate and mission is really to provide direct services for people with autism to empower them through education, through employment, and also training. So ARC has been around for about more than 20 years, and so we started in the early years a lot of emphasis on education, because then there wasn't a mainstream school for people with autism. And I think past 7 years ago we felt the need to move into the adult space, because after getting a certificate, a degree, getting a job is not a given, because there are challenges of people with autism in the workplace. So there's a need to provide training, there's a need to educate employers how to match jobs. So I think we started the employment service about 7-8 years ago. But we also realized that in the open market, not everyone with autism can really work in the open market because of the high demands. And sometimes there's also a limit to how much an employer can scope a job that can fit a person with autism. So really with that, the charity felt that we need to create other means of employment, of defining what is work, what is income. So first stream we went was to create works using their artwork as a talent, so that we could produce recurring income for artists who may or may not be able to be employed in the workplace, but they can be employed as artists and earn decent income. So that was one stream, and when the opportunity came from Professor Brawn to give us the brand, I think it was just so timely, because we realized F&B food is one of the things that connect every one of us, and one of the very easy ways to connect everybody. And it's also one of we also feel there's opportunity to also break down processes and create jobs in the process of breaking down processes. And food is about consistency and quality. And people with autism are very good in precise processes, and so if we could get that from my experience in training adults in jobs, and to bring that experience and expertise into this Professor Brawn, we also feel that there's an added advantage. So we could break down more jobs, we could therefore create more systems and process that allow us to scale. So I think with that, it helps us to make the mission more meaningful in creating jobs. So when that came, the charity was very, very grateful, and I must say the owners are still very highly invested in many ways to the mission and cause. Whether their time, their effort, their money is still highly invested with the charity. So this is our third outlet, and we just operated for 2 months.
Wow.
So we need more support because to run a social enterprise mission of creating jobs, it also means that there's a higher overhead cost to us. So we do need to bring in more business, but we will do our best to provide you good service, good food. I think that's our mission, to make sure that the business is viable so that we can continue the mission of creating more jobs.
And the design of the sofa also is by.
So every opportunity we intend to provide jobs and showcase abilities, we'll do that. So the cups that we serve here has the artwork.
Wow.
The sofa that you sit on has the artwork. So of course the next phase to move on is to, so these cups and mugs that if you like, you will see more products at the art faculty. It's available for sale. At Campus 1, Pathlight School is an integrated cafe, so you can eat and buy at the same time. Yeah. Then next phase is in future we hope if you can, some of the things that you use your plates and everything, you can straight away buy and take it back. So
Well,
that's the
cool,
next,
yeah.
that's the next phase for us.
Wow, okay. So the upcoming one, you have also musicians by.
Okay, so part of our mission is to support the special needs community and continue the mission of Professor Brawn is to reach out to people with different abilities and different socio-economic background. So I think we've also have very kind sponsors who actually sponsor special needs artists, performing artists to perform. So we also take the the chance to give them to come here and perform on night shows. Also help to promote the business. So coming on this, we have a few events, performances on Friday and Saturday nights during this festive season by Mr. Jafar Sidek. He's an artist who's visually impaired. Yes, so he will be performing here, and some of the lunchtime in Pathlight School Campus 1.
Wow, okay. So we will bring all of you to the one of the nights where he will be performing.
First night here is on the
This
29th
Friday.
of
This Friday.
November.
This Friday. Wow. Okay. This Friday, 29th of November, 30th November, 6th December, and onwards. I will record and show you.
Yes.
It's
So
not very mouthful.
Yes, almost every Friday and Saturday night starting this weekend. This weekend.
Okay.
Yes. The last performance will be on the 21st December, Saturday.
Wow. It will be very cool.
So he's also performing at the Pathlight
Yes.
outlet during lunch.
Okay.
During lunch.
So if you are somewhere near Pathlight during lunchtime, you can go and take a look and watch his performance. If not, then come here. I think it will be very exciting to see him perform.
Yeah, he's a very good singer. He's part of the Purple Symphony. Have you heard of Purple Symphony?
Purple Symphony.
Yeah, it's
The
a
inclusive
inclusive
orchestra.
orchestra.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
managed by the Central Singapore CBC. So it's about 100 strong orchestra, a mixture of special and neurotypical musicians who
Yes.
play together as an orchestra.
Okay. Neurotypical, do you mention what is the meaning of that?
Okay, not psychologist, but okay. So, well, for people with autism, one of the reasons for the diagnosis is because their brains are wired quite differently. So it's a neurological condition. So because we are the majority, our brains are wired quite similarly. That's why we are called neurotypical.
So we are very typical.
Yes, thank you.
Well, the other way to look at it, they call them special needs. We are not.
We are not so special, they are more special.
They are special. We are not special.
Yeah, but I really admire their artworks because they are very wired differently, right? Their artworks actually look very special.
Yeah, a high percentage of them has talents
Yeah.
compared to our neurotypical population.
So everybody has different abilities. So it's about coming together and showcasing different abilities. Yeah, so we call same, different,
Same but
but
different.
different. Yeah.
Same different. Sounds
Same,
very
same, but
interesting.
different.
You
Yeah.
around here and show you how cozy this place is and how special this place is. And of course, we're on special mission. See you.
Yeah.
a child.